What's up, fellas? So today we got every red pill man's number one thing he got across in dating. And that is, how long can I string these bitches along without committing AMS? How long will she let me get the good before I have to make a commitment? Every man got to cross that line at some point. Because at some point, I don't care how much sexual charisma you got, how good an entertainer you are as far as providing an experience, at some point, the woman is going to see the writing on the wall and she's going to start to disappear. It's just going to happen to all us red pill men. I don't care how much you think she love you. I don't care, how fun. It's going to happen. Well, first of all, before I give y'all the, what's going to determine this, how long she's going to stay, because every woman is different, right? I'm going to give y'all some examples of what's going to determine how long she's going to stay in there. But from my experience right off the bat, before I even get into that, guys, I can say you can, typically speaking, if you're good, right? If you're good, right? 1 to 2 years. That's if you're good. If you're not good, like say she sees you as a beta male provider or something, probably not that long. All right. But if you're very good as far as your sexual charisma, masculine frame, all that type of stuff, then you probably can go on the higher end of say 2 years. That's what I've seen. All right. So I got my list. Let's get into this, guys. Number one, her age. Now, the funny thing is, guys, this really isn't about how old she is per se, right? Because you can have a 21-year-old woman. I've had that before in my life when I was younger, who's pressuring for a fucking relationship at 21 fucking years old. I think she's actually 20, already talking marriage. I mean, right hand to God, guys, I'm not lying. She was like 20, 21. I was like 27, 26, already talking about marriage. Already, right? So it really ain't got nothing to do with age. It's about her perception of how she's aging or what she thinks her best value is. Okay, it's really got nothing to do with the age. That does factor into it. Obviously, a 40-year-old woman is going to think different than a 20-year-old woman. But I'm telling you right now, for you young guys, you'll run into a 23-year-old woman who's going to already be putting the pressure on your ass for marriage if you've been dating her for a year. Promise you. So if we can't just say, oh, well, this is an older woman thing. Not necessarily. You'll get this from a fucking 23-year-old. Okay, guys? So it's really about her perception on how she's aging or what she thinks her best value is. Okay? So that's just one, age. But if you're dating an older woman, you know what? I'm not even going to say that. I done got more pressure in my lifetime, guys. I done got more pressure from some younger women. I'm telling you, from some younger women when I was younger dating than I would now. Dead ass, guys. So I won't even say that age is gonna be like how old she is. I'll just say it's in her head as in what's old for her. Some women think that I need to be married at 27, while some think I'm good at 37. So it's really just what's up here in her head. Next, guys, her friend's relationship status. So for all us red pill men, one thing y'all gonna start to notice is as you age, your friends are gonna what? Start having families, settle down and stuff. What that causes you to be? Lonely. Because if you're a 40-year-old guy, you can't call and hang out with your boys like you did when you was 22 years old. They got kids, families, girlfriends. They don't got time to kick it with your ass like that. Maybe they can hang out with your ass, maybe one night out the week. They girl let them out the house with a curfew, right? But they can't hang with you the whole weekend like they did 15 years ago. So if you're dealing with a woman that's 27 and let's say she got 5 friends and they all married and stuff like that right there, or in committed relationships or living boyfriends or whatever the case is, you think she ain't gonna start putting the pressure on you? Why? because she doesn't have that security blanket no more. She don't have that safety net no more, right? All her girlfriends are in relationships. She wants to be in a relationship. It's a status thing. It also is a security thing. If she only seeing you 2 nights out the week, let's say you got a girl you seeing Tuesday and Saturday night, and all her girlfriends are in committed relationships and stuff like that, and they ain't even hanging out, what the hell you think she doing? Okay? So either she gonna have to have other guys or she's going to be lonely. This is gonna cause her to put the pressure on your ass. It's just the way it works, guys. This is also why a lot of you motherfuckers are so hell-bent on getting in relationships. You know, guys don't just be lonely and desperate for a relationship just to be lonely and desperate for a relationship. What happens is, as you guys get out of school and get into your working life, your friends have girlfriends and kids and stuff like that. They can't hang with you no more. So what do? You find a girl and you put all the pressure on her. You pushing a relationship. Why? Because you lonely. Because you can't hang with your friends like that no more. It's the same thing that goes on with women. All right? That loneliness caused her to put pressure on your ass. So she want to be up under your ass all the time, every day. Okay, guys? Unless she's dating. Next, guys, this how high value you are. Now, what I associate high value with, and I think Kevin done changed his stance on high value, and I'm glad he did. He now differentiate high value men versus high earning men. I'm glad he did that, right? Because I don't think a high value man is just about, you know, you making a lot of money, right? Or whatever. I think being high value is more about status. So I'm glad he made that change. So now he says high value men and high earning men. So let's do high value. High value is if you have status, right? If you have status, then a woman will let you screen. A woman will share a high value man. All right. And that could be just status, guys. You're just a popular guy. Everybody knows you. You just have clout. It's not necessary that you make a shitload of money. You just got clout like that. You might make 75 grand a year, but you got clout. You might can walk up to every exclusive club and everybody at the door knows you. That's clout. So if you got that status, that's going to be impressive to some women. They'll let you scream along a little bit longer. But it's even with that, guys, that will only last so long. I'm telling you right now, that clout will only last so long. Next, how good of a provider you are. Now, the thing about being a good provider, guys, is not necessarily that you make a lot of money. You can make $50,000 a year and be a good provider. When I think of a good provider, guys, I don't think of a guy who makes a lot of money and keep it to himself. When I think of a good provider, I think of a guy who's helping the woman out. So if you make $50,000 a year, but you paying a woman's rent every month, say her rent's $800 a month, then you'll be a better provider than a guy who makes $200K a year, but he don't do shit for her. You see the difference? So if you're a guy who's going to be doing that, then obviously she's going to put up with you a little bit longer because you're a good provider. It's just that simple. Some of us make a lot of money, but we don't give a woman that. That's not a good provider, guys. You just make a lot of money. Okay? But if you're a good provider, a woman will stick around a little longer. Simple as that. Next, guys, her options. And the case in point for this, when I think of this, is I think of Jay-Z and Beyonce. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think as high value as Jay-Z was at the time and still is, there's no way you're going to tell me that he had 10 years to propose to Beyonce. I just don't think she was going to go for that. As high value as he is. He either had the shit or get off the pot. I honestly believe that. I don't honestly believe that. And I think that's going to be to Beyonce's options. If a woman has a lot of options, a lot of men that have value, that want to be with her, she is not going to let you string her along that long. That's the way it is, guys. And this is going to be, a lot of this is just determined on, the kind of people she know, or if she live a very social life. All this plays into it, guys. But sometimes it's just look, but if she has a lot of guys that want to be with her and commit to her, she is not going to tolerate that from you. And usually what'll happen, guys, this is usually how it'll work, right? When you hit that deadline, let's say a woman say, okay, it's been a year. This guy is bullshitting around, right? Bullshitting around. And let's just say she's the type of woman to date one guy at a time or sleep with one guy at a time, right? When she done got to that deadline where she pretty much see that she ain't gonna get that from you, she'll start taking applications. That's how that works. And at some point, one of the guys will be willing to do what you're not willing to do, and that's when she's gonna back away from you and go towards that direction. That's how that works, guys. So at some point, you can expect that if she has a lot of options. And none of us could, this is just a woman. You might have a 10 with no options, and you might have a 6 over here that get a lot more options because she live a more social life. She puts herself out there more, which is exactly why I try to tell you guys. If you guys are living locked in the fucking house, it don't really matter if you fucking got a 6-pack ab. It don't really matter if you got your shit together. If you locked in the house swiping right all goddamn day, it don't mean shit. You have to live a social life of abundance. So this is just really going to be based off her options. Next, guys, your ability to maintain an attachment, providing an experience, sexual charisma. These are the things that keep an attachment. Now, everybody thinks that keeping an attachment is easy, and it's not. Because once you get comfortable, this is when it's easy to lose the attachment because you stop doing what you did at the beginning, which is maintaining that masculine frame, that sexual intensity, keeping some bass in your fucking voice, not letting the relationship take on this friendly ass vibe like you in the living room with your sister or your cousin. Like it's just starting to feel too fucking friendly. Okay, guys? So you want to, and this is going to be different for everybody. All right? Some guys can maintain an attachment for a very long time. Some guys can only do it for a short period of time, for a few months or whatever. All right, if that. But your ability to maintain an attachment. Next, now, this is the funny thing, guys. When we talk about this stuff right here, we always just think guys got all the fucking power. Like, all the choices on you. Well, next, guys, is her slut phase. A good rule of thumb, guys, is if a woman isn't pressuring you about it or trying to get you to commit, she's fucking more than you. So some of you guys walk around thinking you tough, thinking you got it going on because you done been stringing this girl on for 2-3 years and you like, man, she can't get enough of me. That's because she's in her slut phase. She don't want to commit to your ass either, motherfucker. She's enjoying dating and not committing as much as you. That's why she don't bring it up. If you dating a girl right now, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, and she ain't bring it up, that's because she fucking as much as you, if not more. That's why she ain't bringing it up. So it ain't that you kept an attachment so good. She'll probably start shaking if you brung it up. She probably happy your ass ain't brung it up. Shit. Next, the next reason. She thinks she can do better. So if you dating a woman and she thinks she can do better and she ain't bringing it up, that's because you're a fucking placeholder. You are a fucking temp. That's what you are. You might as well get a shirt that got workforce or labor ready on it, because that's all your ass is a fucking temp. If y'all guys got a woman that's not bringing it up, either she's fucking around or you're a placeholder. Plain and fucking simple. She don't want to commit. You just something to do right now till something better come along. If a good rule of thumb, guys, what I've seen is if a girl ain't bought this up after about 6 months, that's because you ain't it. You just something to do. That's what I've seen. So how long can you keep a woman in attachment? Maybe she, without committing, maybe her ass don't want to be in a relationship with you either. That's why she ain't bringing it up. A woman like that, you can keep her as long as you possibly can until she finds somebody better. That's what I say about that. Next, guys, and I want to throw this in there, guys. Good sex won't do it. What if you thinking like, well, I'm going to put the dick on her and that's going to, no. That will not keep a woman in your rotation. What will happen is she'll downgrade you to the good dick guy. You'll be and for all you guys say, well, what's wrong with that? Well, you're no longer a fucking priority. That's the thing with that. When a woman downgrades you to the good dick guy and she got this other guy that she's dating, what happens is she just sees you whenever she can. You're no longer a fucking priority. As long as you're in the dating rotation, you're a priority. Right? As long as she's dating you on a consistent basis. Once you get downgraded to that guy, you no longer a priority. She sees you whenever she possibly can. She'll flake on you and all that. You no longer a priority. So I just wanted to put that in there. Good sex won't do that. She'll stay fucking with you, right? She'll stay fucking with you. But if you think you just going to keep her, you know, seeing her twice a week, no. You're going to lose that privilege. You'll still fuck her once, twice a month. But you ain't going to be doing what you've been doing twice a week. No, you're going to lose that ability. And next, guys, and this is a funny one, how she loves to maintain her weight. How much she loves maintaining her weight. So a lot of you guys just don't understand that when you're dating a woman, you're getting the best version of her when you're dating her. And most women just can't wait till their fat ass can stop eating salads, stop going to the gym. I'm a trainer, guys. I used to be a trainer. And I can sit here and tell you right now that most women only love to work out when they're getting ready for a vacation, a wedding to attend, if it's not theirs, a friend's wedding to attend, or they recently single. That's what I've seen. Most women do not enjoy working out and eating salads unless it's one of those things. Vacation, a wedding to attend, maybe they getting married or a friend getting married, or they just broke up with somebody. That's what I see. And they trying to get somebody, they trying to meet a new mate. Most women, when that shit pass, the training is over with. The training is over with. Every time I've yet to maintain a female client when she didn't have nothing she was training for. Ever. It's always been something, unless they were older, right? 50, 60 years old, something like that. But all the other girls I trained that were young, 25, 30, 35, it was always training for something. So if she's a girl that can't wait to start eating Big Macs, she gonna want to put the pressure on you to get in a relationship. How many times have you guys dated a woman and then 3 months later that motherfucker done gained 20 fucking pounds? 20 fucking pounds. She was just, you was getting the best version of her fat ass while she was single. She was counting down the days till her ass could start back eating them goddamn Big Macs. Literally count down the goddamn days. And as soon as you made that goddamn commitment, or as soon as you goddamn put a ring on the goddamn finger, her fat ass started eating again. Because most women, they only are motivated when they're single, going on vacation, or going to a goddamn wedding. So if you got a girl that's just not naturally a fitness fanatic, or she just naturally don't enjoy eating, you best believe she wants your ass to make a commitment so her fat ass can stop going to the gym. And then on top of that, so she don't feel bad about her fat ass being fat, she gonna get you to stop going to the gym so y'all can be two fat asses sitting on the goddamn couch. That's how that fucking works. That's why every time you see somebody get in a relationship, they always put 20 pounds on. Why do you think that is? I bet you one thing you always notice, right? You ever notice how every girl you meet when you single always work out? Ain't that nice? Oh man, that's great. Every girl you ever met in your fucking life, when you single, her ass was in the gym. And then as soon as you done got committed to her ass, that motherfucker done let her gym membership lapse, don't do shit no goddamn more. Eating fried chicken every goddamn day. That ain't no coincidence, guys. So, if her ass don't enjoy living a healthy lifestyle, you best believe she gonna be putting pressure on your ass. All right, guys. So this is what's going to influence how long you can keep a woman in your rotation without committing. I'm going to tell you right now, even with all this, like even if you're a good provider, you taking, you know, let's look at Diddy for instance, right? Cassidy got to a point to where she realized, man, I'm in my 40s now, right? This guy's never going to commit. He's a good provider. But at some point you just want to, at some point you got to get it or you ain't going to never get it. Because what's going to end up happening, you're going to be 52 years old, and now he's just going to dump you, and now you can't get no high-value man. Now you can't get shit that look good. So even in a situation like where you have Diddy, who's almost a billionaire or a billionaire, and I'm quite sure he was a very generous provider, and he was able to string it along, 20 years almost? But even then, even with dating a billionaire, at some point, a woman's biological clock is going to be ticking, guys. So this is how long you going. But typically, what I've seen, guys, 1 to 2 years if you're good. If you date a woman who's really feeling her biological clock ticking, it could be something as short as 6 months, even if you're good. But typically, you can expect 1 to 2 years. What I always tell you guys is, no matter what, guys, expect every woman you're dating, if you're red pill, and don't expect to commit to a woman, to leave at some point. You expecting a woman to just keep dating you forever and a day, it's just like a woman who thinks you're going to keep dating her without her giving up no ass. It's just not realistic, guys. You wouldn't keep investing your time into something you're not getting no benefit out of, which is some ass. Like, same for the woman. She want a commitment. All right? That's just the way it is. All right, guys. I'll get back with you guys next time.